Hi everybody, Derek Christensen here. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney in Dallas, Texas. Today I wanted to talk to you about another horror story in the estate planning world that I ran into myself. This story is about how two siblings could not get along and one of them accused the other of murdering mom. That being said, before I dive into that, I wanted to let you know how to reach out to me. You can find me at my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me at my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. And again, with these horror stories, I'm changing up the facts and the people so that nobody can find out who I'm talking about. But in this unfortunate circumstance, a woman who had two children got into a coma. I think I got in a car wreck, if I'm not mistaken, and she was in a coma in a hospital. Now, in those circumstances, because the woman was not married, she could, by default, the state laws of Texas say that the siblings could make decisions, or her children can make decisions on her behalf for medical issues, because she did not have a medical power of attorney, she didn't have a advanced healthcare directive, HIPAA release form, nothing, no medical documents that I've talked about in other videos. So because she didn't have anything in place, the siblings were in charge, and there was two of them, and there were two brothers. So they were trying to figure out what to do with mom. One of them, they talked to the doctors, they tried to figure out what's going to happen, and the doctors gave a kind of a bleak scenario. They said that the mother is highly likely to be in a vegetative state at best, and in the worst case scenario, she's going to deteriorate over and over, or more and more as time progresses, in so much that she's going to pass away eventually. So they're welcome to keep her alive as long as they can, but at the end of the day, there's no quality of life at that point. And the brothers were, both of them were distraught, of course, but one of them thought it was merciful and, the right thing to do to let their mother peacefully pass away, to take her off the ventilators, if you will. Pull the plug, as it's commonly referred to. But the other brother couldn't stomach the concept of letting mom pass away, and at their hands specifically, because it was their decision that would effectively let their mother die. Very, very painful, and I can definitely see where both sides come from. Both sides of the argument are completely valid, but at the end of the day, they couldn't agree, and the default kept the mother alive. So the mother was in a coma for about 8 months. She racked up enormous medical bills that wiped out her entire estate, and then she passed away at the end. One brother accused the other, the brother who wanted to pull the plug accused the second one of, dragging things out and making painful situation happen. The second brother accused the first brother of wanting to murder mom and, what's wrong with you? And eventually the brothers' relationship fell apart and they no longer talk and they're not friends, and it's a very bad family situation. So I guess the moral of the story here is an estate plan can address that. And I know that sounds kind of cheeky and, whatever, but at the end of the day, these documents are very, very important. They are absolutely imperative to have, because in these specific circumstances, you take away the burden of making someone else decide whether or not they should let you die. And that is a very difficult decision for children, and that can be very harrowing and very difficult to deal with emotionally for these people. So if you take it away and the doctors have to follow your orders, the children, may disagree with your orders, but at the end of the day, you're the one who's taking away this terrible situation from your loved ones to make that decision. And in a way, you're helping them quite a bit to not have to go through that. So again, it's kind of a sad topic, and when I say horror story, it really is just shockingly horrible. I don't necessarily mean it's scary, but at the end of the day, this was a very scary situation. Not scary, it was just very sad overall. So if you have any questions about that, if you want to figure out what kind of plan you want to set in place to make sure your loved ones don't have to go through something like that, feel free to chat with me. I can answer questions, I can be a resource, I can definitely send you in the right direction and let you know the information you need to know. Email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me on my website, where you can go to our Contact Us page and schedule consultation directly onto my calendar for free. And that's at www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, thank you so much for talking and watching and having a great day.